So, first things first, how are you?
Pretty nervous, but excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous as well. It's been a while. Like, I get nervous before gigs, all the time, but we still have like, I don't know, like 2.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling it already.
Great.
Yes, I've been feeling it since like 2 days. It's kind of like
Really?
Yeah, because it's Pinkpop and it's like a big thing here in Holland. So I feel like an 8-year-old kid that is going to celebrate his birthday or something. Like, ah.
And of course, we did Lowlands earlier, but Lowlands was like a last-minute thing. Like,
didn't have time
Frank
to
Carter
stress
and the
out.
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
I think they couldn't make it. So last minute, you don't really realize it. And then this time we were booked to play here in, how many people does that tent fit? 8,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What does Pinkpop mean to you? Did you ever visit just as a fan?
No, we
No.
have never. No, what does it mean?
Well, I mean, I always watch it on TV, but I never went
Yeah.
because like the ratio of pop music to heavier styles is a bit
Yeah.
in favor of pop music. But it's always the thing with Pinkpop is it always had like the headliner, like a System of a Down or a Metallica. That was always really good, but then the other stuff I didn't really have any affinity with it.
Same here. Yeah, but Pinkpop in general was like the biggest household name, like festival.
Yeah, and it was always the live broadcast
Yeah.
on television.
And what you say is interesting. So, were you perhaps a bit surprised that you, as a metal band, was here?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been wanting to do it for like longer,
Sure.
because of course it's really cool to be able to do something like this. But I mean, especially if you look at the other bands that are playing today, you have Rancid, and you have
Green Day.
No, I mean today.
Today.
You have
Yeah, Green Day is today.
Is that
Green
today?
Day is playing today.
Oh right, that's right. All right,
Yeah,
all right. So
yeah.
Rancid, you have Green Day, and you have Undeclinable
Ambuscade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also have like what were there? Imagine Dragons with their arcade hall.
No, but I mean, there's nothing heavier than that. There's nothing heavier than like punk music.
No, that's true.
So
No.
it's a bit odd.
It's odd.
So I guess hopefully everyone that has some love for heavy metal music.
But that was kind of like the Lowlands effect as well. We were like one of the 3 metal bands that played that weekend. And you have kind of like this get together of all like the metalheads who are just willing to like rock for an hour or something and then go to like the poppy, shaky, dancey stuff. So it's kind of like a gathering of like the heavier styles fans.
Yeah.
And we kind of, I think, touched upon this a little bit last time I spoke to you. But what does that say about metal fans?
I don't know. I think it differs per metal fan, because there are some metal fans that have like a really broad taste and go to these festivals to see as much as possible and then enjoy a couple of metal acts. But there are also metal fans that are very into their subgenre. I think it differs.
It differs.
It differs.
But then kind of what I meant by that as well is I think metal fans are quite loyal fans, and they're all the way into that. So the fact that now at these type of festivals you have bands like yourselves, but
that is true.
System of a Down. So what does that say about then metal culture in a larger sense?
Well, I mean, the thing that always strikes me is they're very loyal, but I don't just mean like they show up at a festival, but they're with you. They stick with you for the years. So we still have fans from like we're not that. We've been around for like 7-8 years, so not that long. But then you still see the guys that have been there from like day one. I think with all heavy metal bands, you see fans like that, people that stick around. And then of course, once you're at a festival and there's a heavy metal band playing, and it's the only one playing, that's the band you go and see. I think that's essentially what heavy metal music is about. It's that loyalty, and you don't see that with many other genres, but it's more trend based. So it's like except for maybe like pop lynch, like a Michael Jackson, he never goes out of style. But then there are other things, maybe Justin Bieber. I don't know. That seems like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just too old to understand, but.
Well, I was going to say, because you're still relatively young, and especially as a band, so is that the goal to keep doing this for 30, 40 years?
Well, yeah, I guess so. The longer the better. If we can make a living out of it, if we can like continue touring and just play good festivals and the vibe is right, then I think we would do it for the longest amount of time, I guess. Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be that band that if it doesn't really work out and then after 20 years you're still trying.
Like,
I mean, that would be kind of sad. But I mean, if we do well and we can keep doing stuff like this, then
then we should be fine.
I'm in for the long run.
Yeah.
Because I think things are going well for the band at the moment. So does that change your approach in a way compared to a couple of years ago?
Well, we're kind of like now on the verge of like trying to balance shows with our like daily life and our daytime jobs, because it's taking so much time, but it's still metal, so it doesn't pay very well or pays nothing. So we kind of like are like on the verge of like, shit, we have to quit our jobs, but we're kind of struggling right now. But I think every musician goes through that phase of like trying to just get everything going.
I still remember a couple of years back. I'm not sure who was the one asking us, but I think it was a manager or someone that was, what is your purpose? What do you want to do with this? And at the time, I didn't, like, looking back at it, I didn't really understand the question. I was like, I'm into, get big. But what they were trying to say is, like, if you're going to be in it for the long haul, you're going to have to make some sacrifices, and you're going to have to do some things that maybe, not live out a normal adult life and, start a family. It means you have to postpone lots of things, and it's a different lifestyle. And now I think everyone in the band is, on the same page in terms of we know what it's going to take in order for us to do this. Yeah. But I didn't understand it back then.
Yeah, people are now making their decisions. Like our previous band member, our guitarist, he went for the settled down life, which is good as well. But
no one blames him.
No, and now it's kind of like having to make sacrifices.
Yeah. And then that's very interesting. And this might be a silly question, but in that sense, what makes it worth it to sacrifice all these things and
just playing the festivals and just that 1 hour of adrenaline and rush and people that are going crazy and just it's all about the show, I guess, for me.
Yeah, and it's playing your own music. I mean, I think if you would do a cover band or, there are other ways to, play your music in front of people, but, to be able to say this is our product, this is what we toiled for and blood, sweat and tears went into these songs. And then have people singing them along in the front row. That's that's a crazy experience.
So is this the best time of the year for you guys then? Kind of the festivals?
Yes, the festivals are always the most fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the highlight. the coming 2 months are...
Yeah, just playing all of these great festivals and reaching out to new crowds and standing in the backstage is being like, oh my god, that's that band, or that's my...
Being fucking nervous.
Being fucking nervous, but it's really nice.
So I find it very interesting that you're still nervous because you've played some big shows as well. So what is going through your mind right now? What are you nervous about?
I'm not sure. It's kind of just putting a killer live show, and of course having a completely new guy on stage since our guitarist broke his wrist.
Yeah.
So it's just, it feels kind of all eyes on you with lots of media and press and stuff, and it's being live streamed and we're going to be on television. So it's you just want to put out on a great show, I guess.
Yeah, and you don't want in hindsight to say how was the Pinkpop gig? Yeah, we played like shit, but it was alright. You want it to be that good. We nailed that one.
Yeah.
So and then you just have to make it happen.
Yeah.
And then nerves are the result, I guess.
And then also, obviously, this year, you've released a new album. So, is it also kind of performing these songs on a bigger stage in a way?
That's awesome. I'm super excited for that because what I've been hearing from a lot of people, they're like, well, I might or might not like the older album, but the new songs are really written for the live part. They really have great pieces and opportunities for moshes and walls of death. So it's favorable for the live show.
Yeah, and we've been working on these songs for a long time in order to get them right live. So I mean, they should be ready by now. That's
because you often see that with bands that when they're playing their older material, it's it's just awesome, and then there's the new part, and it's kind of
you don't want that.
No.
So, in a sense, were some of their songs written with the live show in mind and kind of think, okay, this weird.
Always. For me, it's always in the back of your head. It's not the first thing like, oh, is this gonna work live? But like when you hear the song, you just know like, all right, does it have that thing that's gonna work live? It's always in the back of. You shouldn't do it just to get like mosh pits or kicks going. You know, it's also about the song. But if it doesn't work live, then you know why do it.
Right. Finally, then, because. Well, more often than not, you're on the artist side of festivals. When was the last time you went to a festival just for fun?
Ages ago, because I mean, the amount of festivals that we see during the summer season, it's so many. Like, if there's a weekend without a festival, it's like, all right, let's maybe be home and chill out.
For me, it must be Bruce Rock. Like, we once played on the Macbeth stage, and then I think in the year between, I went to the festival as a visitor, and then after that we played on the Empirical stage.
That's like 3 years back, right?
Yeah. It still feels like yesterday.
Oh, wow.
But so this is a very last question. So knowing this perspective of the audience in a way, do you have certain elements that you try out on stage or kind of to capture? Because not everybody's here to see you at a festival.
No.
So.
Well, trying to interact with the audience way more, like have pieces that are easy to follow, and like a singing part, the part that they can sing along with and stuff. Maybe to like give them more like the feeling that they're actually part of this.
Yeah.
Instead of like they're watching something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.